Hi guys, today we are making this pretty blue wintry themed buttercream cake. Hi guys and welcome to this episode of Cake. My name is Asma and today we are going to be embracing the next 4 months of winter and making this pretty blue wintry themed buttercream cake. I hate the cold, but I love the snow, so I'm going to be giving myself the snowy feels with this cake. For this cake, I made a banana cake because I love banana cake, but it probably would have looked way better had I made a blue ombre cake in the middle also, so feel free to do that. I also used my cake safe boards, which are a big lifesaver for me. I can never seem to get my cakes completely straight without them, so I love to use these. If you want to see a full in-depth video on how to do that, click on the eye above and I have an entire video for you there. Banana cake goes so well with cream cheese buttercream, which is what I used for this cake on the inside. But cream cheese buttercream does not go very well with crumb coating because it just creates a big melting mess and will create a big topsy-turvy cake. And that is what you don't want. So what I always do is take my icing with Swiss meringue buttercream that I used for the outside of the cake, made a dam around it, then put the cream cheese icing inside of it, and then layer your cake, and then crumb coat it with the Swiss meringue buttercream so that it stays together. Don't use cream cheese icing for the outside. I also added a layer of caramel and Nutella to top off the cream cheese icing. Then I crumb coated it and put it in the fridge for about half an hour to cool. Then to use the cake boards, I put a layer of icing at the top of my cake so that the cake board can sit on top of it. I then cut out a piece of parchment paper that was the exact same size as my board and attached to the board with icing, and then put that on top of the cake. Then put the cake in the fridge to cool so that it will set. Again, if you want instructions on how to use these boards in more detail, click on the eye above for that video. I decided to use a bit of an ombre effect on this cake, so I started the bottom with the light blue, moved on to a little bit of a darker blue, and then darker blue for the top. What I forgot to show in this video is that I used my 2 yellow bench scrapers to make sure that both of the boards from the bottom and the top were lined up and that there were no edges sticking out from the cake. You want to make sure that they are lined up so that your cake is straight and not slanted. Oh, by the way, Happy New Year's, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday, a wonderful Christmas, and a wonderful New Year. I myself am looking so forward to 2020. 2019 was incredible, and I hope 2020 is even better. I don't normally make a lot of resolutions, but this year I definitely have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish. I even made myself a little vision board so that I accomplish those goals. And one of those goals is to grow this YouTube channel and upload much more than I did last year, which wasn't very much because I had a baby. But this year, I really want to grow this channel, so if you guys could please help me out by subscribing to this channel and liking my videos and commenting below. I would love to talk to you guys more. Thanks so much. Take your spatula and put it under warm water just to heat up your spatula a bit, and then dry it off. And then put your spatula between the parchment paper and the top cake board to remove the board. Once you remove the board, take off the parchment paper and you should have a smoother top. Just fill in the top with the remaining icing that you have and smooth out the edges. To give this cake a snowy effect, I used some of my white sprinkles. You can use any sprinkles that you want. These ones are clear ones that look a little bit like snow. Be careful though, these sprinkles will get everywhere. So I put a tray underneath to catch as much as I possibly could that did fall, but you'll still end up with a whole ton that's on the floor. So make sure that you are ready for that cleanup. You can also take your cake and roll it into the sprinkles, but I chose to do it this way because I always get nervous doing that technique. You should also take out the cake board that's underneath because there's a cake board under it, so you would just remove the entire cake from that cake board and then place it back onto the white cake board. I left it there because this cake was for myself and for my own party, so I didn't need to, but make sure that if you are giving this to somebody that you remove that board because you want to keep it for next time. I then put a 1M tip in an icing bag and filled it with white Swiss meringue buttercream and made little swirls at the top. I also made macarons a while ago that I froze that totally matched this cake, so I decided to use them for this. The inside icing didn't exactly match, but that's okay, it's what I had on hand and I think it looked pretty cute. Then to add a little detail to the bottom of the cake, I added all of the remaining icing that I had, including all of the blues and the white, and made a little pattern at the bottom. Then to top off this cake, of course I added some sprinkles and some blue and white gumballs and added some more white sprinkles to the middle of the cake. This cake was perfect for our Winter Wonderland party that we had for my family over the holidays. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful 2020, and I'll see you next week. Bye!